G'day guys, how you going? This is Scott Wilson and Andreas from OnPage1 Media. How you going today?
How you doing?
Hey Andreas, we've got a great question today. We've got an email from a subscriber that's been watching these videos just like you have, and the question is today they want to know how to take their website that they've got from a passive brochure type website to something that gets people to call them or gets people to email them. This person, Kerry, she's a massage therapist, and she's got a website, and she just wants more people to be calling her. And so how can people do that?
Well, the first thing I want to say is that is a classic challenge that people have. They have this sometimes amazing looking website that's pretty much sort of a brochure type website, and it doesn't actually convert into sales. And it is a good question to ask, how can you get that website to convert into people that actually make a purchase, and it becomes an asset, something that actually works for you.
Yeah, I think there's really three key things as far as, you've got to attract the right people, you've got to engage people, and you've got to connect with people. And it's like if you go into a store and no one talks to you, what do?
Yes.
You walk out,
Yes.
and the website's the same sort of thing. But designers have taken this thing called a web designer, and they've taken what doesn't work in a brochure, what doesn't work in Yellow Pages, and they put it on a website. So unless you engage people and connect with them, there's no way you're going to talk to the right people.
Yeah. I think they're good for if someone already knows about your company, they just want to find the directions how to get to you. They're great for that, but not as a marketing and sales tool.
No.
And I guess the point that you made there, Scott, is the first thing is the target market. You have to be very clear who's your target market that you are talking to and what you want to do, what you want them to do.
And I personally think most business owners will glaze over that and go, oh yeah, your target market. But it is crucial. Target market is so crucial, because the fact is, and I see this all the time, people think they're selling to everyone. But you're not selling to everyone. You're only selling to a small percentage of the marketplace. So you need to write a message to that marketplace, and unless you understand who your target market is really, really clearly,
the more specific, the easier it is to market.
Yeah.
And the broader, the harder it is.
Yeah.
So we are marketers and know that you need to be very specific on that. And in fact, it can be better, and we've been proven that many times, that if you have two different target markets from the same business, you're actually better off actually having two different websites.
Yeah.
One dealing with that target market and one dealing with that target market.
Because it's a different mindset, it's a different type of person, and you can't have the same message and expect to get the same result from people. So yeah, target market is crucial. Then I think the next one is you've got to have a good offer. You've got to make your website in a way that people actually want what you've got. Some of them are just so plain vanilla. Welcome to blah 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 blah, all crap about themselves.
Rather than the ones that where you get it, where they start off with a welcome message button and then press here to enter. You probably know that's that type of website, but there are still some of those out there.
The thing is, people want to be engaged. They actually want information. I was actually talking to a graphic designer about this morning, and he showed me his website and his concept. And I said, mate, you've done a great job so far, but what about engaging with people? He says, what do you mean? I says, well, people come to your website. He had quite a cool theme, a retro 60s type theme, and I said, what about if people come to your website and they see a video? And they see a video of you sitting on a rocking chair, because it's quite an olden type theme that he's created. You're sitting on a rocking chair, smoking a pipe, and saying, back in the old days about customer service and this sort of stuff. And because that's what he's trying to bring back. And I said, well, what if you start saying, hey, my grandma used to tell me, always treat people how you'd like to be treated and stuff like this, and you're sitting on a rocking chair doing the video, so you're going to get attention straight away. People are going to and then you can blend your offer into that, because you've got to get attention. So you target market, attention, then offer, and your offer comes in, and I said, what can you give away? And he sort of didn't really know, and I said, well, what's something low cost that you could give away? And I said, why don't you do a mock-up of a business card for the person? Just like we give away this audio, this report that you got, some of you would have got when you opted in. If you haven't, you can get it on this page. We give away that report, plus we give away a free website review. That is content that people actually want. And I said, you need to get people into your funnel by having a great offer, and the offer is really, really key. You need to actually think about that. What can you give away?
Yes, and also this is something that you do need to test over time. So your initial offer is not necessarily going to be your final offer for.
No.
So it's worth testing 1 month this offer, 1 month that offer, and then you will over time know which is the best offer that you've ever done, and that should be your default offer. And you test others, but always jump back to the best offer you've had. And typically, if you can give a snippet of the best you've got, that is the best offer that you can do, because you're basically showcasing the best that you can do, and people from that judge you. If you give away the cheapest, the worst type of thing that you have, guess what? People will judge you by that, and you probably won't make much sales. So don't make the mistake and go cheap on that, because it is simply going cheap and being stingy and does not pay.
Exactly. And at the same time, even if you're giving something away for free, and this is something I learned from some good marketers overseas when I was at a seminar, just because you're giving something away for free doesn't mean you can be lazy in marketing it. You've actually still got to push hard to market a free offer. And one good way to do that is to tell a reason why you're doing it. And you'll see in our video, we'll explain the reason why we're actually giving away that video review. And the reason why is because we want you to be, we want to position ourselves as the experts, and we want to prove that to you. So you need to let people know why you're doing things.
Yeah, and the best way to do that is with video. You can't do that. Of course, you can do that in person, and the next best thing is video on there. It's engaging, and people can listen. It's you can't see the video and not listen. So you're basically listening to the message, and it just works brilliant. And you see it in so many areas where that is being taken over.
And that's a great way to attract people, to engage people, and connect with people, because people, they can see you, they can feel you. So once you've got that, you've got your target market, you've got attention, you've got your offer, then you need to market this thing. You need to actually get it out there and in front of people. And there's a whole heap of ways that you can market your business online. We're experts in search engine optimization, so we're good at getting websites up in the rankings so they get traffic. But there's also other ways. We've got connections with good pay-per-click advertising guys that are very good at advertising on the side of Google. Article marketing, doing blog videos like this is really good to get traffic to your website.
Yes. And putting them onto YouTube and as many video channels as you can, so people can find these videos. If they search for something like how do I get better conversion on my website, if they see a video on that, such as this one, they look at it, there's a link underneath it that brings people to your website. One area, Scott, that we have found recently to be extremely effective is press releases. Press releases it's kind of taken off in a way from a search engine optimization point of view, and you can publish that online, put it onto lots and lots of press release directories. Most of them are free, and then newspapers or websites or any people like that find these press releases and reuse them. Every time they reuse, there's an additional link back to your website, meaning more potential traffic coming to your website.
So people are going to be coming there after finding your information, going to see your offer, going to watch your video, going to take an action, and then you actually have to ask them to take an action. You actually have to ask them to email you, or you actually have to ask them to call you. It amazes me a lot of times when people don't actually ask, call me or email me. So you actually have to get people to take an action. So I think if you can structure your website around that way and start testing some ways of doing things, rather than just having that bland brochure type site, you can actually make some inroads. And I can guarantee some people will be watching this now, and it may be you, and thinking, I can't do that in my industry. My industry doesn't do that. Well, if you've got that feeling, then you need to do it, because your industry's doing it wrong, and you need to be the one that steps outside there and take a risk and do something different, because your industry is getting it wrong. And I can tell you, because we do seminars and people just come up to us all the time and say, hey, my website's not doing anything, and it's because it's too passive. So take those tips, and you'll be well on your way to having a website that works. If you're watching this video on YouTube or on a YouTube channel and you haven't taken advantage of our free video review offer, then you need to go to onpage1.co.nz, grab that offer, put your name and email address in your website. We'll basically do a video review of your site. We look forward to it. So ever how you found us, we really appreciate your time today. Andres, got anything like that?
Yeah, that video review is fantastic because we'll actually do that off. We don't even need to see you or meet you. You just send us your URL, and we then mail it back to you for you to look at, and you will get heaps of great ideas. And of course, at that point, you can then potentially contact us for how can you guys help us with that. But there's no obligation whatsoever. Totally free. What a killer offer.
So Kiri, bit of body care, really appreciate that question. If anyone else has got a question for us, either email us like Kiri did or put it in the comments below. We love hearing from you. We love the fact that you're taking action on watching these videos. That's all for today. Thanks for your time and have a great day.
Thanks for your time.